Welcome to the channel, it's Orange Tech here. It's been 3 months since I slapped on the Govee Backlight 3 Lite edition on my TV. And I'm not gonna lie, it still surprises me every single time. This thing turns movie night into a home mini theater, and it doesn't matter if you're watching a movie, playing games, streaming, or just having this on the background. I mean, it's just super nice. But the question is it still worth it? Or should you drop some extra cash on something more premium like the Philips Hue, for example? Because while I genuinely enjoy having this, there's still some complaints, especially around the installation and the color accuracy. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through my experience, some of the problems I ran into, and most importantly, the things that I messed up but I still had to fix. So if you like this type of video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into it. Now, before I jump into the calibration and installation, I just want to say this real quick as somebody who uses a backlight almost every single day. This thing is genuinely so useful in real life situation, and I'm not just using it for aesthetics, it's part of my whole set of vibes, you know? Whether I'm gaming, watching movie, or even just having it sometimes on in my background while I'm editing or creating a YouTube videos, it always adds that extra touch that makes everything super nice and feels alive. And there's so many modes that you could choose from, whether it's dynamic, calm, vibrant, or whatever mode I am actually in. I just feel like there's always a preset that really fits. When it comes down to the installation, here's how I did it. First things first is to use the wipes that comes in the box. Wipe down your TV properly so the LED strips can grip better. And trust me, it will help stick longer without peeling off randomly later. Now, in my case, I actually pulled the TV away from the wall so I could get a better angle and work more comfortably. Then peel off the sticker from the light strip and start sticking it around the edges on the TV. But this was where I ran into my first issue.
Oh my goodness days, bro.
The strip was longer than my TV because my TV is 70 inches and the strip that I got was made for TVs between 75 and 85 inches. So yeah, the extra bit had to be tucked behind the TV, but I was a little bit scared that this wouldn't give me that accurate color like many other TVs, but it actually turned out well.
And when you're done, it's going to look like this. You can see I started from the top left all the way there, down, then to the left side, and I ended my cabling to the top left side, and that cable is going to connect to the sensor. So this is how it all ended up, like that. And you get something like that, and you get something like that.
Once the strip is on, you also get this orange foam block that goes to the front of the TV, and it helps during calibration, making sure you get accurate colors and make sure you save that foam in case you want to use it later. Now, if you're calibrating in daytime, make sure there's nothing blocking the camera. Even small objects near the TV like plants, speakers, cables can mess with the calibration because the camera might think it's part of the screen. Now, once you've downloaded the Govee app and connected to the Bluetooth box, everything is laid out super clear. The goal here is to make those corner points actually match your screen corners. And yeah, you might just need to do it more than once. That's super normal. Now, if the color feels off, you just need to tweak until it feels right. It might take a few tries, but once you get it, then the color sync will feel way more accurate and immersive. And then you can also just tweak on the saturation and white balance to get that accurate feel. Now, let's talk colors. One of the issues I've seen and even experienced is orange turning red, or maybe some colors not being as accurate as many people might want. So here's the thing though, everyone's room and lighting is different, so the perfect settings for me wouldn't be the same for you. That said, someone actually left a comment in one of my videos with a really good settings for white balance and saturation. So feel free to use that as a starting point. But honestly, it all comes down to your own preference. Like, do you want the colors to pop more, or do you want the colors to be more natural? it all comes down to the mode and the feel you want in your space. And as a daily user, I feel like the Govee app is super intuitive. Like, it's super clean, it's smooth, it works every time, whether you're just trying to browse through the menu, changing scenes, or just hovering around different presets. The app is just unbelievably snappy. And here's something cool. I was literally 4 hours away from my apartment when I got a call that my Govee backlight was still on. And all I had to do was just go into the app and control the settings from there and even turn it off. Now, this is cool as long as you're connected to Wi-Fi or you're connected to internet by any chance. You can basically turn it off or control the settings. Now, it's also good to have peace of mind when you're not at home. You could always turn it off or on any single time. Now, that also saved me a lot of bills. Not that this takes a lot of electricity, but it was just something that I was sure that I could always turn off from anywhere. So cool feature, and that was something I didn't know I could do until I actually did it. So now you know. Now, not everything is perfect. In super bright rooms, the cameras struggle sometimes with dark scenes. It's not a deal breaker, but it's still something worth knowing. And if your TV is wall mounted tight, you might need a good cable management. Now, another thing is that there's a millisecond delay when the light reacts to what's on the screen. Nothing too obvious, but when you actually focus or if you're into fast games, then you might just notice that. For a product this affordable, way cheaper than Philips Hue, for example, I don't really think it's realistic to get the most perfect colors. Yes, you might go through the calibration and tweak a little bit on the settings and that, but let's just be honest, I don't really think it's possible to get 100% color matching. Why I'm saying this is that I don't want you to overwork yourself trying to get the perfect color sync, because that would just be unnecessary. The camera still tracks fast moving objects really well, like action scenes, games. I mean, nice. And the app is still fire. I mean, you can switch scenes, schedule mode, even sync music, and honestly, it's fun to mess around with. So when it comes down to the debate whether you should get the Govee or the Philips Hue, I'm not that guy to tell you what to do. You should already know which is best for you, whether you're a casual user or a hardcore user. Now, if you're a casual user, for me, I would probably say that you should go for the Govee, because first of all, it's under $100, and all you have to do is open the app, you get the camera, you get the lights, you just have to calibrate and install, and then voila, you are done. Now, that is probably the same thing with the Philips Hue, unless you get some extra stuff that Philips actually gives out, like a sync box, for example. Yeah, that might be great, but it's still $300 you're paying for. Like, that is rent money, bro. I'm not gonna lie, that is a lot of money for a backlight TV. So in my case, as a casual user, I would say that the Govee actually wins. But if you're a hardcore user who just like every type of tech at the extreme, then you might just go for the Philips Hue. So yeah, after 3 months of actually using this for almost every single day, I would say that it's still flawless. It works every single time, and I just like to use it every single time when I'm playing games or watching a movie. Sometimes I just keep it like in the background when I'm just streaming or something, so it works super nice. And it makes your whole setup feel super premium without blowing the budget. So if you're thinking of buying the Govee Backlight 3, I really think that you should go for it. Or if you already have that and you do want to give me some tips, just feel free to comment down below. Now, with that being said, this video, I hope it has been helpful. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week.